Okay guys, so Lee Labrada here with my son Hunter Labrada, who just won the 2018 NPC Junior USAs. And Hunter, we're going to talk a little bit today about what you've accomplished, where you're going, and how you're doing it, and say hello to all your fans out there.
What's going on, guys? Fresh off the plane from Charleston, still look like an overly muscled Oompa Loompa. Super stoked about what happened this last weekend. You know, it's always nice to have a plan come together and have all the hard work pay off, and that's exactly what happened. You know, me and the people that I've chosen to include on this journey with me, like Lee and Brian and Andrew, we all got it together and came home with both a classy and an overall victory this past weekend. So super stoked about that. But at the same time, I landed last night. I was at the gym at 10 o'clock last night, and I'm going to train legs right after this. So on to the next one.
That's how you pay the price, right? You can't rest on your laurels. So I'm sure that everyone that's watching out there is going to want to know a little bit about what Hunter did over the last year. Hunter, what do you think made the biggest difference in your training and diet over the last year?
So training-wise, the biggest thing was increasing the frequency a little bit on the body parts that I wanted to bring up, which was back. So started training back twice a week. One of the days being more of a heavy compound, rowing day, and the other day being more of a horizontal pull, stretch, blood flow day. So the training frequency, and then just the focus I had while training, I placed the focus entirely on having perfect form, perfect contraction with every single rep. And, once I had achieved that, I really built on the weight. So, the start of last year when I tried doing that, all my weights took a pretty big hit. But, towards the end of this off season, and even on prep, I was setting PRs weight-wise, but hitting those PRs and every single one of the reps being damn near perfect. So I think that made a huge difference in the training as well. Off season, as far as nutrition goes, the biggest difference was hooked up with Andrew, and so me and Andrew really just had
Andrew Vu.
Andrew Vu, and he was the one who worked with me on this prep, and I'm not gonna say coached me, but we all worked as a team together. He was very, very, very invaluable. He brought me in just like I wanted to be, and
so what would you
really
say?
took me to the next level of conditioning from the last show, I feel like. So it was a good partnership, and it was the first of many together, I feel like. So it was a good time with Andrew.
What would you say the biggest changes were in the diet in terms of how you approached it in the off season and put on all that muscle size, that new muscle size that you had?
Yeah, so working with Andrew, we worked for about 10 months. Believe it or not, my body weight didn't change that much. When we started working together, it did change. But so we have these pictures, and it was 5 weeks post-show Europa last year, and then 2 weeks pre-show this year. So 10 months, and I was 242 to 244 in both of them. But I was just so much denser and more mature, and just had a totally different look, honestly, and just much more mature look. So. Nutrition-wise, it wasn't anything extremely new. We did bump my fats up a little bit, but the biggest difference with nutrition was this off-season, I tried treating it like prep, I tried being as brutally consistent as possible. Strict,
yeah.
I still had a cheat meal a day basically built in the whole time.
But you were eating clean. I
was eating clean, I was making it a point to get my water in, I was being diligent on taking my health supplements. I wasn't just, I'll eat some chicken and rice, or I'll eat till I'm full, I measured it out and ate. So it was a lot more structured off-season, and I think the results kind of proved that's the way to go.
So you would say really almost you just hardened up at that weight of 244, because I think that's what you weighed in at.
Well, so that's what I weighed in at the day before the show. So this off season, when we started this prep at 16 weeks out, the heaviest fasted weight I hit was 261.
Yeah, that's great.
So we started at 261, ended up at 244. So
that's not bad.
Not bad at all, under 15 pounds. So
that's great, and you were in great condition.
Yeah.
Now, what are your plans now that you've won the NPC Junior USAs? What's next on the horizon for you?
So obviously, kind of said, got back in the gym last night. About to go hit legs. My training partner Brian's actually under 4 weeks out from his show, so it worked out well.
Which is?
He's going to be hitting Junior Nationals in Chicago. So it works out well because he needs his ass pushed for the next 4 weeks, and then I need to be really pushing myself hard just because I'm trying to rebound and pick up as much size as possible. And that post-contest window, it's like you're like a squeezed-out sponge, and if you drop yourself in water, that water being proper workouts and nutrition, you can just...
Yeah. So you're counting on getting a good rebound after the show, putting on some more size and quality before the NPC Nationals, which is in November.
Yes.
And so you're going to be going in as a super heavyweight. What are your goals in terms of your body weight and your conditioning and that kind of thing?
So I don't want to get stuck on a number as far as body weight. Ideally, I'd like to pick up 4 to 6 pounds of stage weight, but at the same time, I want to be even more peeled than I was for Junior USA's. I feel like that's something that I'll have to bring to be competitive at the national stage. So. Yeah.
On that note,
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and on that note, just wanted to make reference to something I brought up the other day, but I was looking back over my own history, and Hunter, you outweighed me at the Junior USA's. You outweighed me by 50 pounds heavier than I ever was in a Mr. Olympia competition, which was kind of shocking when I first looked at it, and so the guys nowadays are so much bigger and more muscular, and unfortunately, along the way, a lot of them have lost sight of their symmetry, the proportion, the shape, and that type of thing. But honestly, I don't think that's been the case with you. You've managed to maintain your waist really small, really tight. There were a number of other people that actually identified that. And so, I would ask you, like, what's your goal as far as maintaining a classic shape?
So headed into the off season, I guess the short off season that I have is really more like a rebound, a break, and then starting prep again. But my main focuses definitely are going to actually be training my midsection. I'm guilty as charged for not really training abs in the off season. I just train them while I'm on prep, and I feel like my physique reflects that, if I'm being honest. I know you're sitting here going, yeah, I've been telling you that, I told you so. But so after seeing the stage pictures, I definitely want to, bring my midsection up to where it's like gnarly like the rest of me and everything flows and is connected.
Sure.
And besides that, the biggest thing that I want to do is definitely continue to add size through my arms and my back especially. So
those are great goals.
The first show I ever did, I'd consider my back to have been an extreme weakness. I had a little girl's back. The second competitive season,
it wasn't a little girl's back at 230 pounds.
It wasn't a weakness, but it wasn't strong at all.
Yeah.
And then this last Saturday, seeing all my back shots, I felt like they become strong shots. So I want to continue to improve on that and build on that.
They've definitely gotten up, and it's actually become one of your strong points now. That and your glutes came in. I saw a lot of striations in your glutes and your hamstrings, which I hadn't seen before. So congratulations.
Definitely a whole new level of conditioning for this show.
Definitely.
Make another jump like that for nationals, and we should be in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, definitely. So now, as you've completed this journey to the Junior USA's, you're going to have a few weeks, and then onward and upward. You had a great video series that is available on YouTube. For any of you that missed that journey, make sure that you check that out on the Labrada YouTube, because it's
check it out. It's called the Labrada Standard. I think we did 12 episodes of it. Want to give a huge public shout out and thank you to Nick Del Toro. He's the guy who shot, edited, put it all together, storyboarded it, and he couldn't have done a better job. He's become a close personal friend of mine, in addition to someone that I call part of my team. So shout out to you, Nick. You're the man. If you haven't checked out the YouTube series, be sure to go check it out. Like I said, it's on Labrada's channel.
Yeah, so it's an exciting year, to be sure. And Hunter just turned 26 2 days before the contest. Won the
it's kind of weird. So 25, that was a really exciting birthday. I was able to legally rent a rental car, so I was really over the moon for 25. But 26 was the first birthday that, honestly, we were sitting in the hotel room, my girlfriend came and was like, hey, guess what? And I'm like, what? And she's like, happy birthday. And it was 12:02 or something on the morning of. And I was like, oh, I'd completely forgotten about it. And the next morning, I had completely forgotten until I checked my phone and had all the happy birthday texts. And I was like, Huh.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was a little more focused on the contest on my birthday, and they're becoming less and less of a big deal as I get older.
Couple of milestones, and yes, at 26 you're so old. Let me tell you. You know, so we got a big, bright future ahead for you. You're still very young, even in the sport, and we expect great things from you. I think your physique is changing dramatically from year to year. So keep doing what you're doing, and you know, here comes nationals, man.
We'll keep doing what we're doing.
All right, buddy.
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. We'll be talking with you. Definitely going to try and do at least a couple like YouTube episodes of some sort in the off season, just kind of keep you all updated and in the loop with what's going on. I know Brian's going to be doing a couple episodes leading up to his show, more just completely focused on him. I'll be in the background of it, so be sure to keep an eye out for those and check those out.
Where can they find those?
Those will probably be dropped on our YouTube channel, Labrada's, in addition to his. So be sure to keep an eye out for those. My social media have them up, and his will too. And yeah, so I just also wanted to give a big public thank you to everyone that's kind of been following along with me and supporting me on this prep. I know social media is kind of stupid to a lot of people. I find it kind of ridiculous a lot of the times, but you know, there were days where I was just suffering, and hearing positive words of encouragement, or someone saying oh, hey, this made a big difference for me, or I watched this video and it got me through my cardio. It really did make a big difference some days. So thank you for that. Thank you for all the support and all the push that I've gotten from y'all. So anyways, it was a fun 16-week prep, and I'm looking forward to keeping y'all in the loop and getting started with the Nationals ones here in a couple weeks.
Thanks, guys. I'm Lee Labrada with Labrada Nutrition with Hunter Labrada, and we thank you for tuning in.